Hello and welcome back to Empyrion Galactic Survival. My name is Spanj. Welcome back to Reforged Eden, and we're picking up from where we left off in the last episode. We just finished the lost colony and the colony ship, and it's taken us now to derelict space station here, which looks a lot like an old Polaris trade station, except it's been beaten. Well, it's been quite badly beaten, really. So we're gonna head inside and see what the dealio is in there. Now it's possible this is where this story ends. This is where it ended last time we run it. I can't remember. Sorry, Raven, I cannot remember whether you've updated this one or not, but we're gonna find out very, very soon. I'm gonna leave the shields and everything else switched on because I'm not sure what's gonna happen here if the story does continue. Oh yeah, let me introduce you to our two new members of crew. Over here we have Zan. Zan is he's our security chief, so you know he's keeping watch on security stuff. He is armed with what looks to be a rocket launcher, which is the perfect weapon to fire inside a confined space like the bridge of a ship. Zan, maybe not the rocket launcher? No? Okay. You really like the rocket launcher? Yeah. Okay. Very well. And this is Vanessa. Vanessa is our chief engineer at the moment. She's on the engineering console, looking at all graphs and things like that. She's doing a great job. Doing a great job. Obviously, completely new ship. Unfamiliar with that, but she's adapting well. Welcome both of you to the crew. Hope you like. And obviously, Gerald here is showing them the ropes of how the Pioneer operates. But yeah, I'm hoping that they're both very happy in their new roles here on the Pioneer. Anyway, let's head down onto the space station here. I've got to remember their names. I literally just come up with their names on the spot. Now I've got to remember the bloody things. Right. Yes. Right, I don't know if there is any loot down here. I think this is all just basic containers. There is a repair station there, but obviously this space station has taken an absolute savaging. And yep, I don't think there's much left of it. Anyway, there are lots of and stuff somewhere, and oh, I think there is actually gravity as well. But even the elevators are out of order now. Hello, is anybody there? Oh yes, there's a few people here, or former people, I should say. How are you still alive? I've shot you loads. Oh hi. I'm over here now. Haha! More? Any more? There's always more. There's always more. Come on, where are you? Come out. Come out. Wherever you are. Or stay hidden. I saw that. Yeah, they're dropping out now. Coming out of the woodworks, aren't you? Any more? I think I heard one more. I see ya. I see ya. Over here. Dum-dum. Basically, for every alien that was on one of these space stations will be converted into a horror or an assassin or something worse. Anyway, I think coast is clear for the time being, although those horrible noises. So, patient name, Western. Species Terran, 43. Irritability, aggression, slight headache, complete body mutation, and overwhelming desire to kill. 2 doses of antiparasitic injection every 6 hours until symptoms are relieved. If symptoms persist longer than 7 to 10 weeks, consult a doctor. Thank you for choosing OK Medical for your medical needs. OK Medical, you suck at that. Right, I'm definitely going to reload now. 3 rounds left in that, and I think we need some more. Right, we need to head upstairs. So, jetpack on. Hop up to the next level. Oh yeah, I see you. Oh, you're very excited, aren't you? Stop dancing. Stop dancing and die. Yep. Okay. And, Aunt Mary's just trashed. Poor Aunt Mary. I like Aunt Mary. This is a good egg. Alright, where did the other one go? He's all the way down there now. Get back down to him. Right. Million's done such a good job with the AI. That AI actually pathed You see that? It was amazing. He pathed somewhere. Where's the epic loot container that's usually up here? How dare you remove that? Demand a refund. Yeah, we'll get that later. We'll get that later once we take the core out. We can actually multi-tool this place down. I don't think there is an epic loot container in this place at all, actually. I think there is maybe a red. I can't remember. But we're going to go head up. There's loot containers behind there. There's nasties around here. Quick reload before more come around the corner. Hey, how you doing? A little bit quick on the old... no you don't. Not today, spitty, buggy, spitty, big buggy alien. Hi, die. I see ya! You can't hide that ass from me. I've got a sixth sense about that sort of thing. Hey, loot container. I can get it. Hey, this is that one from earlier that I couldn't see. Hey, first of all, I'll take those. Thank you very much. Second of all, the rest of you can go in there. Cheers, then. Very nice. There is loot behind there. I'll get that later. I think there's loot behind the various walls and stuff everywhere, really. Oh, this is nice. This is lovely. Where do I go now? Up the middle elevator, I suspect, is where I go. Now, I think there was just... Oh, I think he's remodeled it. Oh, no. He's still with the huge ass overseers then, yeah. Ah, yes, I see you on my left. Please bear with. Oh my god. I'm busy trying to kill your other ones. Oh my god, there's another one. Why are there so many? How did you get 4 goddamn overseers over here? Raven! Why? Okay. Loot. Good loot. Some NVGs and various ingots and stuff. Loot. Basics. Shotgun. Some fuel. Indestructible core. This POI has a reinforced core that cannot be destroyed. Well, that's nice. At least we'll save our C4 from that. Yes! 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 Ha Yes! What? Can I say it again? Say it again! Yes! An actual proper epic. An actual proper one. A proper epic for proper big boys that like to use big guns, not little boys that use little water pistols. Big, proper, actual gun. Lovely. Well excited about that. That's superb. Thank you very much. Yeah, more money. And laser rifle. Don't need laser rifles anymore. I got a much better laser rifle now. And what we got? Command, exit, download logs to data chip. There we go. After analysing the communication logs and determined that the signal came from UCH ship in and around orbit around an ice giant somewhere in the Alpha, Beta, or Epsilon systems. You will need a warp-capable capital vessel if you don't already have one. Travel outside your current star system. Ah. This mission is incomplete. Raven! Is it incomplete by any chance? Yeah, so what is this? There's a UCH ship around an ice giant planet. Well, there was a UCH ship around the ice dwarf planet. That's where we came from. But I assume that station we are declaring a medical emergency. Airborne infected, whole station requesting medical mutated and attacking or in quarantine. We only have civilian ships already evacuated. Containment breach. Please no. Patient 0 was Terran. We did not know. Please spare being attacked. Abyssal ship. Hull breach. Oh yeah, the abyssal ship business. Cool. Unknown source. Blurg. The following is if you be on UCH Artemis, Ice Giant, Outer Rim, Conspiracy. Conspiracy. Dev note, incomplete. So, what did it say? So that's it. It's complete now because, you know, that's, yeah. Our only direction now is this Ice Giant somewhere. Ice Giant somewhere in the Alpha, Beta, or Epsilon systems. Well, I've explored the Alpha, Beta, and Epsilon systems, and I don't remember seeing a UCH ship around an ice giant anywhere. But then, to be fair, I didn't really look. We're in the Delta at the moment, so Alpha, yeah, it won't be around here. It's not Delta 5, for example, is it? Okay, well, I'm going to leave it. I'm going to leave it there. But Raven, by all means, let me know if there is actually a ship around Alpha, Beta, or Epsilon. And I will go and pursue it. But for now, ladies and gentlemen, that is That is the colony missions. The Infected Part 1 story is done. Part 2 is work in progress. And that kind of leads us on to Lost Worlds. Now, Lost Worlds, I spoke about this before. I think it's hard up to a certain point. I think the start, unless he's changed it from last time, the start is reasonably easy. You just go to the different types of dead planets and get the logs. 6 types of dead class planet you will find. Visit each type of dead planet. Start of the planets do not count. Dead class planets are more common in DK class systems. Okay, so I mean this is like an ongoing mission. Starter planets do not count, but I wonder if the dead planets in the starter systems do count. So like for example Delta 4 here, which is a dead type 1. So if we head to that planet, there should be a log down there, at least for the type 1 anyway. We got all the loot from here. We got that special loot container that was hidden behind the truss block. Now there is, I think, some loot behind these consoles. There's a spider. There's a spider behind the consoles. Hi. No loot there though. The spider got messed up. Whoops. I don't think there's one behind here actually. Might be. Check. Check it. No, it's just an empty room of doom. I'll take the fuel out of that though. There's a loot. That's the one I was thinking of. Right, cool. We got. I think that's it. But by all means, let me know in the comments if there is more around here somewhere. I don't think there is. And of course, we got all the containers and stuff around here to loot as well. So we could do that. But yeah. Let's head over to the dead planet and see if there's a log down there. That'll be log 1 at least, anyway. Delta 5, I think. It doesn't really matter. Whatever. Dead planet. Let's have a look. Now we're looking for an admin type structure. Let's have a look-see on the map. Ski. Exploration shuttle. Ah, there it is. It's all the way down there, right? So let's just waypoint that, and then I think we'll have to go back out into orbit in order to. Yes, 7 kilometers away. Screw flying that into the atmosphere. Back into orbit. We'll swing it round. Does mean getting rather a little too close for comfort to those 2 Xeraxian scumbags over there, though. Still, we're sort of just gliding along the top of the atmosphere at the moment, so if they do sort of come for us, very easily get into atmosphere, it's fine. And they're still sort of 4 kilometers away, so it should be okay. Still, keep an eye on them while we sort of head around the planet here. Yes, I see you. Hey, I'm not coming over there. No. No, you have to convince someone else to do that. I'm going this way. Yeah, toodles. Okay, here we go. Oh, loads of like derelict structures and stuff. Space Command Outpost. I like that. Right, level her out. Coming down. Gah. Whatever it was, destroyed all life on this planet. There was a civilization here, there was foliage, there were animals. There was everything. So, hopefully, this is log number 1. I have to put my helmet back on. So every now and again, you know, just take the helmet off. Don't think there are any bad guys out here. There are. We are armed. Armed and ready for them. Okay. So yeah, I think we just go in here, stand, talk to this console. View log. Only partial message received. Is this thing on? Hello, please. There's not much time. You have to listen to me. We tried to escape. We tried to leave, but it was too late. Our fate was not caused by a natural event. Beware the... Download the PDA. There we go. Log 1. Sweet. And that's it. That is the dead class mission and dead type missions. Now, this is a dead type 1, which we could see from the information in the description there. So, among the texts, scientists recorded several maps packed, collecting more logs, planets to find out what happened to these civilizations. Yeah. So, the dead missions, you generally kind of do them as you go about. I wouldn't necessarily recommend doing them actively. I mean, you could, but essentially what you just have to do is warp around until you find dead type planets and hope they're not of the type that you've already got. So there's a bit of an RNG element to it, really. But yeah, that's pretty much it. And last time we did the dead type planets, once we got the last log, that's where the mission ended. There wasn't anything more than that. But I know for certain this time that Raven has finished the dead missions, and as I was subsequently upgraded the mission difficulty to hard. So yeah, he's done something to it. I don't know what. We're gonna find out, but we're not gonna find out in this episode because it's just a lot to go and find the other sort of 6 logs, but we will continue to do it as we go about our business. Now, what I want to do today is head back to Roggery, which is not even in the Delta system. It's off somewhere else in the Beta system. We need to go home. We need to go back to base. I think my faction has been to my base to drop off some supplies. And if you remember me talking before, I think I mentioned that I want to make the base ready for my departure. Basically, I'm ready to move on from these areas, although I do want to bring in a tank before I do, just so we can go and smash some Xeraxian scumbags about. So we'll do that, but let's head back to Roggery. Let's settle down in the base, sort through our inventories, consolidate our supplies, and build the base ready for the faction to take over. There's actually a few POIs I need to stop in and check out as well at some point. We've got the Inferno Club and the Top Distillery up in orbit above Roggery here, and there's also the Planetary Remnant. The Planetary Remnant, I think, actually is one of the vanilla game stories, but I wonder if there is any other sort of missions that Raven or Vermilion has slipped into these POIs that we can actually do kind of on the fly, as it were. I think it's worth checking them out. I mean, at least for there might be some sort of loot or something in them that we can take. I think it's definitely worth it. So we'll do that at some point as well. But let's get back down to home, shall we? It has been some time. It has been a while since we've actually touched down back at base. So be interested to see what has been going on around here while I've been gone. I think the abandoned factory is still... It's a busy POI, that one. It's such a good one to farm on a starter planet. Right. Touchdown. The Pioneer has landed. Pioneer has landed. Still a very busy planet, I see. Marvellous. Good stuff. Also, very good to see that the base is still powered. Remarkable. It runs purely on solar power now. It's amazing. So we can put the ship into power save mode, turn those shields off, thrusters off, leave the guns active, and that should keep the fridges running for 28 hours without actually topping up the fuel tanks, which of course I can do as well. I've renamed the fuel and O2 box to consumables because I realized I was using 216,000 SU of storage just for some fuel and O2, and it just doesn't seem right. So all my meds and stuff are now in consumables, freeing up some space in the fridge. I realized that should be in there. Well, Alien Thorn should be in the fridge, but I'll leave it in there for now. It's fine. Oh, random pill in input. Our input box is actually looking pretty healthy now. 6 auto miner cores. We'll get to put in some auto miners once we leave the starter systems. Don't forget that in the starter planets on the starter solar systems, which is all I've done so far, all the deposits reset every Monday. So putting auto miner down, you'd lose the auto miner, which is why I've not been using them at the moment. But we will use them once we leave the starter systems and start moving about the galaxy and stuff. What is all this stuff is in the input box? This is chaos. What did I do? Who's responsible for this? Me. I'm the only one putting stuff in my boxes. Anyway, yeah, there's me 2 inventories really, the MISC and the input. You can see like a 5,000 electronics from salvage, 2 lots of steel, 2 stacks of steel plates there. You know, 12,000. Yeah, 12,000 between them. It's quite fair old amount of bits and indeed bobs. 197 nutrient solution. That was all those grow plots from the colony ship back there. 1100 raw pentaxid, 57 refined. That needs to go into consumables. Yeah, so we're pretty healthy on the box. And like I said at the beginning, when we left Roggery all that time ago, I wanted the Pioneer to be a self-sustaining vessel. Look at all the magnesium powder we now have, and we've sort of succeeded at that. Now that we've returned home, we can connect to the Alamo here. Now I think some of the guys from the faction have been along to drop off some resources for me, so they've given wow. Lovely. They've given me some stuff from the faction. Your deco blocks for days. Look at all the concrete. I love that. Thank you very much, guys. Much appreciated, because we're going to be using all these base buildings, materials and stuff to essentially build this base up a little bit more into what I call a faction welcome center, basically, for Roggery. So although it's just a sort of one-person base at the moment, I'm going to expand it so that it has a little bit more landing pad area, car parking basically. So multiple landing pads, defense towers, of course, as separate solar-powered bases, a larger hangar bay, and all sorts of stuff. I planned quite a big build here. I'm not sure how long it's going to take me, whether it's going to delay me for the rest of the sort of campaign I want to do here. Probably. But like I said, I could do it in some Chilling the Building series streams, which will enable to get a fair amount of work done on this place. But yeah, I've got some fairly grandiose plans, and I'll probably not be able to bring them all to fruition, because ultimately, for the sake of this series, and what the hell? Wow! The Zirax have actually captured someone's base. Oh, guys, come on! I don't let the Zirax capture your bases like that. I might have to go out and blow that up now. You do realise that, right? It's ridiculous. Somebody, whoever's base that is, go and take it back. This is an outrage. It's an insult to all of us. Zirax has captured your base. So, what was I saying? Yeah, for the sake of the series, obviously I need to go out and we need to leave this area and go about whatever it is we're going to do out in among the stars. Hook up with a faction and link up with them and settle down on an actual planet somewhere and build our actual base as well. So, yeah, a lot of this I'm probably going to do off camera, but let's go in and check out the guys have actually organised these boxes. Now I think what they have done is put them where I put the other one, but I don't actually know. Yes, drones. Yes, look at you, aren't you special? No, you're not. Everything's still alive. Look, yeah, he's done it into the slots that I designated. Hi, Spanj. I could only manage to carry 8k concrete blocks along with the rest of the gear. I had to dump a load as I could not lift off with all the gear. If I get time, I will do another drop-off for you. Oh, and ever since I rescued my daughter Jennifer from the ASC headquarters, all she does is dance and drool. They must have brainwashed her. I have sought help from all over, but nothing can get her back. Please, will you look after her? Yes. Where is she? Where did you put her? Because if she's dancing somewhere around here, I'm not seeing her. Didn't put her in the Pentaxid room with the radiation, did you? That would be just rude. Pentaxid looks good. I'll harvest that. Or is she in one of the boxes? Go away, drones. Jennifer, where are you? The thing is with the dancing NPCs can dance their way through blocks. I can't find her anywhere. She's run away. It's Suju, she's run away, dude. I assume she's in here somewhere, but I don't know where. Jennifer! Where are you? She's not on the toilet. Oh wait, is she down here maybe? I don't think she would be. No. I don't know where she's gone. I assume that's my base destroying stuff. Although I am out of flak rounds. I will need to up that one. Let's get some flak rounds on the go because yeah, reasons. Don't know where Jennifer's gone. Like I say, they can sort of dance themselves into the walls sometimes. It's quite funny. But yeah, I'm sure she'll turn up at some point. Right, BA flak, magnesium powder, and nitrocellulose are missing. So I might need to loot. I might need to pillage my own ship here, but actually, Hitsuchu has dropped off so much resources. I can just jump all of that into the input boxes here, apart from that pentaxid that doesn't belong in there. And none of that was magnesium. Oops. Okay. Let's go grab some. I had like 8,000 magnesium powder on the ship, so let me just go over here. I think I'm in range of it now. Pioneer. Yes, there we go. We can have a little bit of the magnesium. I'm gonna need, actually, there we go. There you go. Half the magnesium, it's fine. I need a bit of magnesium, obviously, if Pioneer is actually running low on flak shells as well, in fairness. So, let's see. Can you make me a lot, please? Just make a lot. That would be great. Right, let me just try something real quick, because I suspect that Jennifer is around here somewhere. Jennifer! Oh, the tunnel rat, are you? She... I'm sorry, Hitsuju. I have no idea where your daughter has gone. She has wandered off. Clearly I was too late to do anything about it, but you know. Sorry also for what ASC did to her. They are scum. That's going to start a war. Ah well, never mind. Right. So, let me take you through the plan as I have it kind of in my head at the moment. Obviously, this base is currently very good for just a sort of one person. And then, you know, any more than one person comes along, it suddenly becomes unusable. I think I'd like it usable for maybe about 3, I think would be a good number. And realistic as well. Any more than that, I think would possibly too hard. So, we've got a little hangar bay in there. I'm going to keep that as is. I'm going to extend the CV landing pad east and north. So there's going to be a couple of CV landing pads there and some SV pads down the left-hand side here. This hangar bay will stay as is, but in the rock here, I want kind of like a little nice balcony type thing. Not a hangar bay, just like a sort of living area / balcony type thing with a slightly overhanging the water sorts. I want to actually build up the yeah, I got the water gens down here. Blop. These guys are crazy, still running. Wow. And I want to actually put them into a nice little, I don't know, build down there, maybe that we can actually walk out into and pick them up from. But I'm not quite sure because the sloping of this is so steep. I'd have to be quite careful with the block placement there. Like over there, I'm not sure. It might be better to build it over there. There's a little bit more because I'd have to place them along this very steep sloped thing, all in a row probably. So if I place them out too far, then they'll obviously go down, drop down. Whereas this is a little bit shallower sloped, so it might be better to build a little kind of water production base type thing there. I don't know, but yeah, I want to sort of build something around that. And this obviously balcony thing, probably around about here, to come out and look nice you know, nice balcony area, and hopefully get it all fitting in. But yeah, it will be a IWC faction welcome center, and anybody IWC faction starting on Roggery can come and use it. Is the plan? That'll be the plan. And there's a lot to do. So I need to get I might need to disassemble the old tunnel rat. Bring it out. So one thing you can do if you're digging tunnels, right? One of the techniques that I like is to put yourself in about where you want the tunnel to exit. So I want it to exit about here, okay, and then go down to the map, just right click on you, and then I don't know, just here, accept that, right, and it should place it right where you're stood, like that. And then obviously when you're in the base, and you're trying to figure out where you need to dig to, then there you go. You have dug to. So yeah, so with that waypoint there, we can then go and get into the tunnel route, and then we can dig out to that point, and then then we know where we're building to. And there we go. Little tunnel, and it has come out exactly where I put the marker there. I realise, actually, I'm not very far through my base at all. At this point, this comes out, this is directly above the sort of main area where the garden is, and then there's the pentaxid garden there as well. So yeah, it's not as far along as I thought it was, but that's fine. It actually kind of works better because I can just rearrange the inside there to have stairs up to this nice little living area I'm going to have up here. Also, for a faction base, we need to extend its sort of production and farm capabilities as well. So it's probably good if I continue to sort of dig this entire area out so that I can have the downstairs sort of dedicated maybe to more sensitive things like generators and fuel, and then move production and farm and stuff upstairs. Yeah, I think that would be better, because ultimately, although the drone attacks are no real threat anymore, obviously I've still got to consider them to some degree, because, you know, they might get a lucky shot, or one day the turrets might be empty for some reason. You know, so sensitive stuff, core, fuel tanks, generators and stuff, actually downstairs, still buried under concrete and stuff like that. And everything else that's sort of expendable, although annoying, will be upstairs here in this sort of main section here. And I think that should be big enough then for as a faction base. But yeah, I've dug this sort of hole here because this, I'm going to have a nice sort of balcony that comes out, overhangs this with lots of sort of nice glass fronted potted plants everywhere, and it will look well professional. Probably. I don't actually know. But yeah, so there's a crap load of building to do. Let me just sort of dig this out a little bit more, and then I'll sort of build some blocks out and show you what I mean. Here we go. So this is the sort of thing I'm talking about. So, I mean, obviously I've still got a lot of digging to do, dig this out, but if you imagine this nice little balcony here, area here, and then we'll have sort of heavy glass running down this line between these two pillars kind of thing. And yeah, and railings, obviously we'll have railings, keep everyone safe, stop them falling off the edge. But that's the kind of balcony sort of thing there. And this would open up inside, like I said before, to production and a nice big farm area. And then downstairs will be more kind of storage, generators, fuel tanks, the sensitive bits and bobs. We'll have some quarters, living area and medical and stuff up there as well. There should be more than enough room for that. And yeah, I mean, the landing pads and stuff I'll definitely do off camera, because that is just placing huge rectangles of blocks. Not particularly interesting, but once it's nice and textured and lit up, it should look pretty good. And like the SV pads, I'll probably do something reasonably, well, hopefully a little bit interesting with those to make them look nice. And more defense towers, solar powered defense towers dotted around as well, to keep everything safe, everything alive. I can actually increase the solar capacity of this base itself as well, because this is only using, I think, 15 solar panels, and we can use up to 30 solar panels on this server, thanks to thanks to Project Eden's configuration changes. We can have up to 30 solar panels, so we're definitely going to use that. Although I probably will build another array somewhere else, maybe over there or something, so that we've got an array up there and an array down there, maybe next to that one or something. I haven't really thought it through, but yeah, I do a lot of it off camera, I think, because a lot of that sort of building is not very interesting, but hopefully this gives you an idea of the sort of plans I have for this. Now, once I've done this base up to a nice sort of standard for the faction, we are going to leave Roguery, and we are going to go and meet up with the rest of the faction and go out among the stars. There is a lot to do out here among all these stars and stuff, so I know that the guys have been talking to me, asking me to do various missions that Project Eden has as well. So I'm going to be on the lookout for those, because they're on certain types of planet and stuff. I definitely want to bring those to you guys. And ultimately, yeah, I want to meet up with the IWC faction, and we're going to do a few things with the guys as well. Some POIs, maybe some base building or something. It should be pretty busy for us for the rest of the series, that's for sure. We have a lot to do and a lot to explore. But yeah, for now, I'm going to be working on the IWC Welcome Center on the planet Roggery. Going to take a while, but hopefully I'll have it up and running in a state worthy of visitors and new faction members very soon. So we've dug out the hangar bay here. This is quite a mighty hangar bay, actually, as you can see. A big thanks to Dark Isaac for helping me dig this all out. The actual Sky Miner made very short work of the rock inside once we managed to get the hangar door on here. This is the hangar bay, and I just wanted to quickly, I'm just squaring off the blocks really before I start sort of shaping it and making it look a little bit more interesting. And I wanted to bring you this nice little tip that I found. Yeah, I found this ages ago. I don't know if you know or not, but you can see how structural integrity here is having a bad time with this roof. Now, if I try and finish this roof all the way across, it will collapse in the middle. Now, I don't know if this will still work, but we're going to give it a go. If I place a block and drag it up into the ground above it... no, it's not working. Now, before... I think they might have changed structural integrity then in that case. Now, before, if you do that, because that block is in the ground, it would usually go green, and it would be, for all intents and purposes, a supporting pillar. That seems to have been fixed, unfortunately, or, well, broken. As I would actually categorize it as definitely broken. So let me see if I can do it another way. If I do connect to, nah, that just falls off. That's such a shame. That's such a shame. Okay, maybe we can't do that then. No, that's all. None of that is going bright green, the green that we need it to. Except when you hit it with a multi-tool, which is so weird. Okay, well, never mind. I thought that would be a nice little way of supporting a largish structure underground. I don't know whether if we use the filler here to sort of bring this down a little bit, because you can't really place blocks into the ground anymore. It's really weird. Yeah, it just turns red. That just turns red, even with the ground sort of, you know, coming underneath it, where I've put the filler tool, it just turns red. So this is going to be a big old problem, I suspect, because I think that will not collapse. Oh, well, in that case, we may just get away with this then, guys. It's going to be very close in the structural integrity world, and I think maybe the further we get away from this outer wall, it might actually struggle some more, but there might just be enough integrity between the two walls here for this to work. I'm doing it row by row because in my experience, if you try and place the entire huge block of blocks... Now that's interesting, that one's gone bright green. So what is the rules, Empyrion? What are the rules? Oh, just reload already. How many times are you reloading this gun? Right. I don't know. I mean, structural integrity has always been just completely balked, in my opinion, because if that's bright green, then that should influence all the blocks around it and turn them much green. You should never have a bright green block next to a dark red block like that. It's just... So what is it? Who knows? and then if you relog, it then updates. So it's now correctly showing as nicely supported by that somehow, for whatever reason, that bright green block there. Relogging, and now it's all fine. Multiplayer, ladies and gentlemen. The rules just do not apply in multiplayer. Everything that you learn or do in single player, just turn it on its head when you join multiplayer. It doesn't work. So if I now run this over across like that, it's actually updating structural integrity properly. Yes. And then we should actually start seeing it go probably red again as we move away from that bright green block that we managed to get on the ceiling. Yeah, it's just slowly starting to go red. But I think we can probably make it. I think we can make it, maybe. Hopefully we'll find another like random green block somewhere along there, supported by the ceiling somehow. That's what I was trying to do at the start, but clearly it's hit and miss. There we go. just about got away with it. Like that is actually a self-supported ceiling. I think even without that it would have worked, because judging by the gradient lines over there and structure integrity, it's not bright red in the middle. It's very nearly bright red in the middle. I think what I'll do anyway is in the sort of center-ish area here where I'm kind of stood, is I'll build a supporting archway in the middle here. This shouldn't restrict the hangar too much. The problem is, what most people I think would do is put a center pillar here, and you just have a support pillar here, and that would be fine. I think there'll be enough room either side of a pillar here that you can still fly SVs in and out of this hangar bay, no problem. I mean, look at the Skyminer is in here. Based on the size of that thing, there is so much room in here. But I think, because the ceiling is already supported, we can actually get away with a nice supporting arch there, and that it will still be red, but it won't be as red, I think. I mean, ultimately, we just do that. Let me just make sure I'm right. Block path here, so it's nice and lined up. Could use symmetry mode, obviously. But yeah, there you go. I mean, it's slightly less red. Actually, I probably need to relog for that to update as well. But yeah, we could definitely do a supporting pillar, and I'll use thin blocks up that one as well to get like 2 blocks of support in there, and that will make that a little less red and angry. Nothing should collapse it. Unless somebody starts suspending things off the ceiling. But yeah, it should hold. It should hold. I don't think anyone's going to do any funny business with it. It's a close one, but we got there. Okay, so it's untextured, but let me take you through what I've done so far. And there's still a lot to do. I still haven't started the additional CV pads, the additional defense towers. There's so much to do, and I'm probably not going to be able to do it for a few episodes yet, but at least I can take you through what I've done so far. So I've sort of finished the hangar bay again, pre-texture. So this is still a very big hangar bay. It's actually much bigger than I thought, intended to make it. But I've put some nice blocks around to break up the flat walls and couple that with some texturing. I'll put some signal logic on these lights as well, so they're only active when there's someone in the hangar bay. And signal logic obviously on the hangar door itself, so that it will open on approach from either side. And then in the corner here, we've got a corridor down to the main base. I've got some blast doors in here to shut this off again. We'll have some signal logic to open and close those. Probably just a switch rather than motion sensor. I'd imagine they would just stay open constantly unless, for whatever reason, they needed to close. And then we come through here. Now, this was just an empty room before, but we've got our furnaces tucked away in there, deconstructors, which I need to build some housing for. Right here, I'm going to have control stations for the base signal logic. So I'll have a few blocks here with switches on them, some LCDs to say what they do, and chuck some consoles around it and deco around it to make it look like a sort of control center. On the right here is all our constructors. I need to build some sort of housing for them as well. I might have to move some more constructors in between them. It's got a lot of constructing capacity so that you can get blocks converted, ores converted to ingots quickly and stuff. So a sort of 4-plot garden in here. I can extend this to a 6-plot garden if I bunch them up, which I may do. At the moment, I've gone for the aesthetic look of a 4-plot garden, which should be enough. You can make a ration pack out of a single plot, so a single set of 9. So 4 should be fine to keep the food coming. Over here we've got our little kitchen area. Sort of just, this is all just deco stuff, nice living. I've done a bit of a weird pattern on the ceiling. I wanted to do something on the ceiling, so I'll texture this in a nice color, so it looks kind of like a bit of deco blocks around the lights and stuff. It actually looks pretty good if I turn my flashlight off. It's not dark enough at the moment, which is interesting for one of my videos. But yeah, it looks pretty good at night actually when all these spotlights are on through here. Let me just quickly go down on the Russian pack, and then obviously that leads back out to the balcony where we started it. So nice little overhanging balcony, nice lighting up there. What I'm going to do as well, I'm going to put some, because we can use spotlights on bases now, I'm going to put some spotlights here on these supports and set them to motion sensor anyone on the balcony, and they will light up this lake here. And I think it'll look pretty cool. But I'm planning that as well. A nice little motion sensor over there to turn all the lights on. A couple of J. Randall radar dishes just for funsies, and that's pretty much it for upstairs changes so far. If we head downstairs, obviously, before I said I want the downstairs to be all about generators and fuel and stuff like that. So all the core and CPU stuff is tucked away there. We've got generators tucked away in here, along with some fuel tanks. This is a very explodey room, but you know, you shouldn't need to go in there, and it shouldn't really think. I mean, that is shootable from outside, but I mean, yeah, the fence tower should be more than adequate. And I haven't really changed anything in here at all. I'm going to keep the pentaxid garden as it is, although I've put the pentaxid tank in here. I thought that made sense. Medical. I'm in two minds whether to move this upstairs or keep it down here. It kind of doesn't make sense it being down here. This is all just, you know, stuff that you don't want getting exploded. So, but I can't really decide where to put it upstairs. If I do, there is this sort of no man's land between the kitchen and stuff, but it seems a bit weird to put all medical here. I don't know. I haven't decided yet, so that may change. I might, for example, move these constructors up there a little bit more and group them together a little bit tighter, rather than spreading them out so much. And then I can get medical in that corner there, maybe. But yeah, that is much what I've done so far. And there's still a lot to do, like I said. Oh, and the shield generator I've tucked in there, where the old constructor used to be. This space here, I'm not sure what to do with this. I might put some more fuel tanks there. Move the armor locker upstairs. Well, and then yeah, back into the original hangar bay here, which we'll keep as a small little extra hangar now. That is it. Lots of stuff to do still, and I'll sort of continue this until it's ready. I'm going to have sort of IWC branding everywhere as well, and I need to put some LCD screens here, there, and everywhere, sort of with instructions on how to use the base and faction orders and stuff like that. I've got quite some cool ideas with the LCD stuff, although I might need some assistance with it. But yeah, I think this is coming along nicely. I've got a lot of texturing to do still, obviously, to sort of make this look good. I'm going to be fairly simplistic with the texturing. I'm not going to go overboard with it like I normally would. I think most of this is just going to be shades of grey on the sort of carpet texture, and then maybe the steel blocks I've used. I put steel in there so I have more texture to choose from. I might just texture them up a little bit, and then all the concrete here will just be sort of solid matte colors, matte textures kind of thing. So it's pretty simple in here, because it's a lot to do in survival, this sort of build. But yeah. Oh, and one other thing I wanted to build on the top side of this base. So once I've sort of done all the interior and this is all good to go, and I start actually branding it IWC and stuff, is a sort of a beacon kind of tower somewhere. I haven't decided where I'm going to put it yet. I think I might put it there. Well, I don't want it to obscure that turret. Maybe I'll replace that turret there and put it there. But I want a sort of beacon tower thing that's lit up, like a big glowy type thing with IWC written down the side of it. So it's it stands the hell out. People can find it easily and stuff like that. So yeah, that's one other thing I wanted to do. But like I said before, 2 extra CV landing pads around that one. Some SV pads out there as well. And it all needs to be Wi-Fi'd up and surrounded by defense towers. So huge huge amounts of work still left to do. But I'm having fun. I'm having fun building the base here. This is a great thing. It's a lot of work, but it's fun. And especially when you start putting the finer details on it. It's great. I had a lot of fun with that ceiling, for example. But yeah, anyway, ladies and gents, that's going to be all for today. Bit of a buildy episode. I know I didn't really show much building, but that's what the chilling and building streams are for on Saturdays. And yeah, hopefully, maybe once I finish this base, I'll give you a proper tour through all of the stuff that I've done, and then hopefully that might help or inspire your guys' builds in some way. I don't know. Next episode, I don't know. What are we going to do? I think it's about time we actually left the starting solar systems. I need some Erestrum Zirconium in order to sort of get up to the next level of stuff. Obviously, this base is sort of a big piece of work I need to do, but I can do that sort of piecemeal in between other stuff that we're doing. So next episode I might take us out into the greater galaxy, go beyond the 3 starter systems here and out of the safety with the old Pioneer in tow. One of the plans I have for the Pioneer is to turn it into a little mining vessel, slap some mining lasers where those antennas are, you know. That's the idea anyway. So yeah, we might do that. We need a Erestrum Zirconium. So I think that will be the order of the day for the next episode. But thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Hopefully, I'll see you next time. Till then, take care. Bye-bye.